Well, hello everybody and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to make some Viennese Sablé biscuits. Now I have made this sort of recipe before, but I've never been quite, they've tasted very good, but I've never been quite satisfied with the definition of the piping. So I'm going to do them again and see if I can't get that piping just that little bit better. So it's just a very simple recipe using butter, sugar and flour with a little bit of egg white, and hopefully they will turn out quite well. So I've started off by preheating my oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 160 Celsius with a fan, 350 Fahrenheit, and I've got baking trays lined with silicone mats, or you can use parchment paper, ready to take the dough once it's been assembled. So I'll go on to the ingredients, and for this I have 135 grams, which is 1 cup minus 1.5 tablespoons, based on scooping packed flour into a 250 milliliter cup of plain flour. I have 120 grams of softened unsalted butter, that's half a cup plus half a tablespoon. 45 grams, which is 1/3 of a cup of icing sugar. I have the white of 1 medium egg, which would be large in the USA, and my egg white weighs 34 grams. I have 5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3 grams, half a teaspoon of salt. So that's all the ingredients, and we're going to mix those together but not over mix them. So I'll start off by putting my softened butter into a large bowl, and then I'm going to add in the icing sugar, which I sifted, I should say, because mine was had some lumps in it. And I'm going to mix that together, and I'm going to mix it on a low speed, particularly at the start, because the icing sugar tends to sort of fly all over the place in little clouds. So I mixed that for about 30 seconds, no more than that really, and that's got that looking quite pale, and I'm going to add in my salt, and I'm going to add the egg white, but just a little bit at a time. So I've actually beaten this to loosen the egg white up, and I'm just going to mix it a little bit at a time until it's all combined. So I've mixed the egg white in, and I'll add in the vanilla and give that a mix through as well. And with that mixed through, I'm going to add in my flour, and I'm just going to mix that on the lowest speed I can until it's combined. And I've got that mixed, and it's fairly well combined, and I'm just going to use a spatula to scrape that all together. Like that, and then I'm going to put that into a piping bag. And with my sablé dough in the piping bag, and I've fitted a star nozzle to it, I'm going to pipe that onto my tray. And I'm just going to pipe some swirls like that. And there I've piped mine, and they're different sizes, that doesn't matter. The purpose of this exercise is to see if I can get the definition of the swirls a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those into the oven, and I'm going to bake them for 13 to 15 minutes until they just begin to colour a little bit around the edges. Then I take them out of the oven and leave them on the trays for a few minutes before I transfer them to a wire rack. And then once they've cooled down, I'll come back and show you what they look like. I baked the Viennese Sablé biscuits for 15 minutes, and they took on just a little bit of colour. Then I took them out of the oven and left them on the trays for 5 minutes. Then I transferred them to a wire rack and let them cool down. And I'll show you what they look like. So this is what they look like. Now, I've already eaten a couple of them, but they have retained a little more of the texture of the piping than my previous attempts, but still not 100% how I would like them. But nevertheless, they still do taste very good. So I'll have a taste of this one. Very, very nice. Sort of rather like a very soft and tender, melt in the mouth shortbread type biscuit. I can taste that little bit of vanilla. I can taste the little edge of salt as well, which draws out the vanilla, and the butteriness of the biscuit. So this is quite a good attempt. I will practice a little bit more, then I'll come back and have another go as well. But that's going to be it for this recipe. A very nice biscuit. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me the thumbs up below and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there'll be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link below the video as well. And I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.